Now we're going to go back to a story we covered yesterday. It was what we thought was a Sprite ad that was going to run in Germany but got censored, and it was quite audacious. It appeared to have a woman giving oral sex to a man, and then this Sprite busting all over her. Well, quite literally on her face, right? We got to call it like it is. Now, we have been since told by the Coca-Cola company that, in fact, it was not an ad for Sprite. The guy, and we have found and contacted the person who actually did the ad, Max Isaacson. He's an independent filmmaker, and he joins us now. Max, welcome to the Young Turks.
Hi, thank you very much.
All right, we appreciate you coming on. First, what is your connection to the Coca-Cola company, if any?
None whatsoever. Absolutely none.
So they didn't ask you to do this commercial at all?
Lord, no. I mean, you know, I think you've seen the ad. The content of it is pretty explicit. I think, you know, if I were the Coca-Cola company, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. You know, they never approached me about this at all.
Okay. Was there a 10-foot pole in the ad? Because it looked like there might have been.
You know, I'm not going to make any comments about the shoot or anything along those lines. You know, the bottle is a metaphorical thing.
The metaphor! I get it now.
Well, right. Come on. You know, we're having fun here.
I hear you. In your statement, you said that these were made completely on spec. What exactly does that mean, Max?
Basically, what it means is that you know, they're self-produced. I produced them myself, I paid for them myself, directed them myself, and that they exist just to show what I can do as a director. You know, I'm just putting myself out there saying, hey, here's something that I felt like making, and, you know, if you think that's great, great. You know, it's just saying this isn't real. Basically.
Okay, and of course that leads to the question of, what were you thinking?
Oh, well, a few things. I guess the first thing was, you know, I was thinking, I felt like making them. I thought they were funny. You know, I thought it was a funny idea, playing with overuse of sexuality in advertising. How far can we go? You know, really try and you know, push that. I wasn't thinking that anyone would pay attention. I emailed this thing out to my friends and family, maybe 50 people, and that was all I did. It kind of grew its own legs and ran. So, you know, I mean, that was the furthest thing from my mind. But, you know, I just wanted to, you know, play with this idea of, you know, you see sexy commercials all the time. Why not try and take it one step further?
Right, Max, and that's the reason why it was so convincing, because we're seeing media push the limits. We're seeing commercials come out with sexier and sexier ads. Calvin Klein now has ads with, you know, threesomes and things like that. So that's why a lot of people were fooled into believing this was a real ad. But anyway, what I wanted to ask you is, so why was it a German ad?
Well, we originally had done it in English, and had used all the actors who were there. We had used their dialogue. And it just didn't work. It felt kind of wrong. So we played around with it, and we thought, you know, maybe we'll just do this in a foreign language. Maybe we'll try and, you know, make it seem, you know, at least to Americans who are going to be viewing this, you know, something that they're not so associated with, so they can't call it out so quickly.
Right, but why specifically Germans? Have you been watching German porn or something? Like, is that how you got the idea?
No, it was an arbitrary choice.
It's interesting.
You know, most of this, I'm sad to say it, a lot of the things involved with this were really arbitrary. There was some design, not a ton, but, you know, a lot of these choices were just kind of, hey, would this be a good idea? Sure, why not? Let's throw it in there.
Well, that's funny because it seemed to work, you know, and that's why I think a lot of people thought it was real, because it seemed like an ad the Germans would do. Right? So
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of German television.
Well, that's a good point. But so how did it get out? And how did people believing that, and the story about how it was censored in Germany, do you know how that arose?
Well, I mean, we gave it the YouTube tag that said "Ban German Sprite ad," which we thought was kind of a funny gag. On the side, under the description, it says, you know, spec commercial. Which, you know, a site like Gawker picked up on it immediately. The first thing they posted was, this is fake, just so you know, this is what a spec ad is, you know, and, you know, there were a couple other people who picked up on it, but not a lot. Most people didn't really look at the description and just ran with it, you know, and that's kind of a frightening idea. That, the internet as a kind of organism moves so quickly that people have, in a lot of ways, stopped fact-checking.
Right.
And we were trying to put it out there and say, okay, it's got a funny name, but here's the info. And, if you want it, here it is. And most people didn't really want it.
To paraphrase Mark Twain, the fake Sprite ad gets around the world before the real Sprite ad could tie its shoelaces.
Exactly.
Let me ask a couple of real quick questions here. One,
Sure.
how much did Coke's lawyers threaten you?
None. No,
They didn't, not at all, so they didn't come knocking, hey, what the hell are you doing to our brand?
No, honestly, actually, I spoke with a couple people over there, and they were extremely nice. And, they were saying, we've been getting some phone calls, and we'd like to kind of tie this whole thing up and get the reins on it. And, I agreed. This was not the plan.
All right. Now, so what was the plan, Max? Is it
the plan?
Was it to sell it to Sprite, or was it to make movies? Was it to make ads? What was it? What were you hoping for? You put it on the internet. You think, well, if this thing catches on, which it did, right? Then what would be the next thing that would happen?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm here talking to you, and this was as much of a surprise as anything. This was the plan was put it up so that my friends and family could see it easily. Get a yuck. And then, put it on a reel or something along those lines and send it to some people later.
Max,
not 1.5 million people.
if you do put this on a reel, is it the type of thing that could get you hired? I mean, it's so explicit.
I don't know. I mean, I'm the beggar, not the chooser.
Mm-hmm.
And how did the actress in the shoot take it when you said, hey, now we're going to bust the Sprite all over you?
Yeah, exactly.
She was fantastic. She was actually just so easygoing, and I described the ad to her beforehand in detail because no point in beating around the bush, no pun intended. And she was just like, yeah, let's have fun with it. It's going to be a good time. I'm comfortable. Why the hell not?
I don't have
nothing else going on.
I don't have to ask about the guy because the guy.
She was. We made sure to take care of her, and had her in a robe for the shot, and we cut it off so she's robed up in the shot, and we had towels ready for her and all that, and she was fine.
You did take care of her, and I don't have to ask about the guy because he seemed quite happy in that.
Yeah, well, he's great too. I mean, he's just a real charismatic and wonderful guy. So I'm sure he's just high as a kite.
Well, here we go again. All right, I'm going to leave it right there.
God, I can't get away. I can't get away with anything.
Max Isaacson is the filmmaker who did the fake Sprite ad that has nothing to do with Coca-Cola Company, nor was it sanctioned or authorized by them. Now we know. Max, thanks for coming on the Young Turks and talking about it.
No problem. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, I'm glad we solved that mystery.
Definitely.
And it is now official. Coke, not guilty. Sprite, not guilty. Max Isaacson, guilty. No, I'm playing. Max is a good guy. Hey, look, if I was him, I'd be ecstatic about it.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it got you more attention than you could have imagined. And if Sprite was paying you and then you screwed up like this, then you're in a world of trouble. But if they weren't even paying you, you just kind of did it on your own, hey, kind of worked.